Hi, my name is Greg, and I would like to walk you through how to build friendships anytime, any place online. There are many ways we can build friendships. Certainly the best is face-to-face. However, that is not always possible. With the power of the internet, there are other ways for people to connect and build friendships without being face-to-face. One way is to use a video meeting tool. There are many free video meeting tools that enable you to hear and see one another in real time. Although it is not as ideal as meeting face-to-face, it is still an incredible alternative. Some tools are better than others, but I believe Zoom is the best video meeting tool for connecting groups of people. So why Zoom? Well, it is free, easy to use, it is great for communicating with each other using video. You can have up to 100 participants in one meeting. It works on multiple devices, including PC, Mac, iPhone, and Android devices. It also has some great enhanced features, such as breakout rooms. More and more people are on the go and therefore have challenges meeting face-to-face. They can greatly benefit by using Zoom because it gives people the flexibility to meet anytime and any place in a quality encounter. This can enable people to connect with and encourage others, teach or be taught by others, pray for each other, and plan ways to minister and serve one another inside and outside the group. So as you watch this video, let me encourage you with these two scriptures. The first is 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Therefore encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing. The second is Hebrews 10:24 and 25. And let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day drawing near. These verses exhort us to encourage each other and to really think about ways to inspire each other to be loving, God-honoring people. Without genuine friendships, we default to living our lives in a manner that is less than what God has called us to do. So in this video, we will cover setting up a Zoom account, scheduling a Zoom meeting, using Zoom to connect with others, discuss ideas on using Zoom as a church, security recommendations, and then a list of some helpful Zoom resources. If you do not have a Zoom account already, you will need to go to zoom.us. There, you will click the blue Sign Up, It's Free button. There is a paid version that you can sign up for that gives you even more features, but this video focuses solely on the free version. Now, just add your email address or click the Google or Facebook option and click the Sign Up button. It says your work email address. However, you can use your personal email address such as Hotmail, Yahoo, or Gmail. Once you click the Sign Up button, they will send you an email asking you to activate your account. Just click the link and you are good to go. Once you log into your account, you will see your profile. That's the first screen that will pop up. I advise everyone to update their profile picture here. Now let's schedule a new meeting by clicking the blue Schedule a New Meeting button. First, add your topic or the name of your meeting. Select the date, time, and duration. If you have a free account, you may be limited to 40 minutes on a meeting. However, lately they have been giving people extra time. However, if you want more than 40 minutes, you can either sign up for a professional or paid account, or I would advise people to schedule back-to-back meetings and send participants both links. Scrolling down the screen, you will see additional information for your meeting, most of which I would leave alone. The option at the bottom I recommend that you check is mute participants upon entry. That way everyone that comes in is muted by default and has a choice to turn on their microphone later. Now you are ready to save your meeting. Click the Save button. Once you have the meeting saved, now it is time to invite the people you would like to attend your Zoom meeting. you can invite them one of two ways. You can create a meeting invite in your online calendar, such as Google, Outlook, or Yahoo, or to simplify this, I recommend clicking on the Copy the Invitation link down in the lower right-hand corner. Once you open the invitation, copy all the information for your meeting and paste it into an email or text message and send it out to your participants. When you're ready to start your meeting, click the Start This Meeting button or click the link in your invitation. Now let's take a look at the tools in each Zoom meeting that will allow you to best connect with others, such as the microphone, camera, chat, and sharing tools. There's also the display option in the upper right-hand corner where you can change the layout of your Zoom meeting. Let's take a deeper dive into each one of these tools. When you first log in to a Zoom meeting, you want to make sure your audio and video are configured correctly. Make sure you have a good internet connection so you don't see a lag in the audio or video quality. You also want to make sure you have good lighting in your room, that behind you is clear of any distractions, and that you act naturally. The more you use this mode of communicating, the more you'll get used to it. A couple things to consider with audio is that you probably want to use an external microphone, such as a headset or earbuds, for better sound. Mute your microphone when you're not talking, and if you have a larger group, have participants raise their hands and then identify themselves before speaking. During the meeting, participants can also use the chat feature to communicate, ask questions, share ideas, website links, scriptures, and files. Each person can communicate with the whole group or one-on-one. In the Participants feature, the host can mute, unmute, invite new participants, and give hosting privileges to participants. Participants can see who is in the meeting or use other nonverbal ways to communicate, such as yes, no, go slower, go faster, thumbs up, need a break, and more. Screen sharing is a powerful feature that allows the host and the participants to share their screen. Some of the things you may want to share are websites, videos, documents, presentations, or other information. One of the best interactive tools in Zoom is the annotation feature. The host, as well as participants, can annotate on the screen using a text tool, drawing tools, or stamps. The host can also use a spotlight tool similar to a laser pointer. This is a great way to get your participants engaged in your meeting. Now let's look at the meeting controls for the host. The first two are the same: mute, unmute, start and stop video. The next two icons, security and manage participants, are different. In these two icons, the host can mute and unmute participants, remove participants, lock meeting, give controls to other participants. The last feature I would like to show you, and probably my favorite, is the breakout rooms. I tell people to think of a Zoom meeting room as a large group room. Once you're ready to break up into smaller groups, you can send them to separate rooms to meet. The host can move in and out of each of the rooms. Once you're ready for the participants to come back to the main room, you can give them a countdown. In regards to setting this up, you can assign people manually or have it automatically assign the participants. You can also have up to 50 breakout rooms in one meeting. In order to have the breakout room option in your meeting, you need to turn this feature on. First, log into your Zoom account at zoom.us. In the menu to the left, click Settings, then click End Meeting Advanced. Now you will click the toggle button next to Breakout Rooms so it shows blue. As the host, you now have the option to use breakout rooms in your meetings. Here are some tips to enhance your Zoom meetings. Before your first meeting, invite a friend to practice with you in a Zoom room. That way, you both can get used to using the various tools and features. Second, in your first meeting, set aside time to introduce Zoom to your group and the tools that everyone will be using. If you have a large group, Discuss how you're going to interact. It can be hard if everyone wants to speak at once. I recommend using the chat feature for some of those interactions. Third, allow participants to share their screen. Fourth, allow participants to use the annotation tools during the presentation. This can truly enhance the group's interaction around certain types of content. And the last tip I have is to use the breakout rooms for things like small group discussions or prayer time. If you're going to be hosting a large group of more than 8 to 10 people, I recommend asking someone to help you host the meeting. Don't plan on hosting alone. They can monitor any technical issues people have, monitor the chat, admit people to your meeting, or set up the breakout rooms for you ahead of time. One of the great aspects of using Zoom is the opportunity to hear and see each other. We want to encourage a sense of community with our friendships. That's why in Zoom, I recommend asking your participants to turn on their video so everyone can see each other. As the host, make sure you coach the participants on how to use the gallery view so they can see everyone at the same time. And lastly, I would make sure to stop sharing your screen when you're not sharing content. This way, everyone can go back to the gallery view so they can see each other. Other ideas for using Zoom are to encourage smaller groups of men and women to meet. Invite guest speakers, such as pastors, to attend your Zoom meetings. Start an online group with your neighbors or coworkers, or even invite your family and friends to participate. The great part about the tool is that you're not bound by location. Anyone in the world can participate in your Zoom meetings. One of the big concerns people have with using a tool like this is the security of the meetings. Here are 6 recommendations I have to make sure your meetings are secure. The first is use a password. If you choose to have a password, it will be included in the link that's provided. The second recommendation is to only share the link with those you are inviting. If you share the link on social media or another platform, anyone that sees the link could show up to your meeting uninvited and possibly disrupt it. Third is to choose to turn the sharing off for your participants. This means that only those that host can allow others to share their screen. Fourth, have a co-host to manage the back end of your meeting. They can assist with the chat, participants, breakout rooms, muting, unmuting, just to name a few. The fifth recommendation I have is for large groups. You should create a waiting room so that only those that are invited are allowed in your meeting. The best way to handle this is to give your co-host the job of letting people into your meeting. And the last recommendation I have is to keep your Zoom client on your computer or mobile device updated. That way you have the latest security and enhancements updates that are available. The application should automatically prompt you when a new update is ready to install. The last part I would like to cover is customizing your meeting settings. When you log into your Zoom account online, one of the choices to the left is called Settings. There are many settings in this page. I encourage you to review all of them and decide which ones fit for you. There are a few I recommend looking into, and they are listed in this table. Take a look at each one of these as well as others and decide how you want your meeting to be set up before you begin scheduling them. This way you can have the best possible experience that fits you and your group's needs. I know this was a lot of information to cover in this video. I do want to give you all several resources that will help you continue to learn about Zoom and how it can enhance your Zoom meetings. I hope you and your church truly grow in your relationship with God and each other in this time of physical isolation. May God bless each and every one of you and your meetings. Thank you.